My generation may not know very much about them, but until my father's generation, a lot of Mayals, or also called as Hussaini Brahmins, knew a lot about traditionally us straddling two worlds, both Islam and Hinduism, so to say. So when I grew up, my father was in the army. A lot of Mayals are from the army actually. And growing up, we didn't have any one religious kind of inclination. We practiced Hinduism, but we practiced every other religion as well, because in the army you have a masjid in the unit lines, you have a church in the unit lines, and you of course have the temple over there, and the Gurdwara. So we grew up very, very multi-faith kind of children over there, typically like many army children. But hearing my grandmother talk about stories about us traditionally as Mayal Brahmins, as we are more frequently referred to now, I have beautiful memories of traditions that were, of growing up in traditions that were both Hindu as well as Muslim. For example, we would hear of relatives who would keep at least a couple of rozas. Relatives of ours would also observe Muharram. We had other Hussaini Brahmins who would, who would also go to the mosque or observe prayers on Friday. But we were clearly also told that we are Brahmins, and yet we are maybe the most different Brahmins ever, because we also have deep connections with Islam. Harmony does not need religious divides, is what we grew up learning. And keeping with that tradition, we also had a lot of Sufi influence on our growing up. My brother, sister, and I, all three of us, are deeply connected to Sufism. Not for anything else, but more, I think, because practicing Brahmins and practicing followers of Islam as well. My dadi, my grandmother, was a dat. So she was very fond of telling us this story, because she felt that her direct lineage really was to him. It's a matter of great pride that our ancestors, without a thought, sacrificed 7 of their sons. And if that spirit would run more deeply in today's times, religious conflicts would be a thing of the past. And today, when I talk to friends about this bloodline, which embraces both, they're stunned, because as we go forward into each year, religious divides seem only to be growing wider.